Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Tosh here. I am here today with my What's New Wednesday, and we will be doing the Beautyblender foundation. Let me get to the box. Sorry, I should have had it closer. The Bounce Skin Tint Foundation from Beautyblender. And so this, we'll jump into it in just a minute. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. For those of you new to the channel, thank you for joining as well. My name is Tasha, and on my channel I do all things makeup and typically try really hard to do a What's New Wednesday every week with some new makeup item or product to review, which is what we're going to jump in today. I would love for you to join the family. Please click the subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. And when I hit 50, I will do a huge giveaway. I do have quite a few things that I'd like to share with you all, but would really like to hit that 50-mile mark. So that's what I'm really pushing for. Let's go ahead and jump into the review really quickly. So reviewing the Beautyblender Bounce Skin Tint. It is a skin tint. It is long wear, though it claims to be long wear. It claims to be weightless, buildable coverage, and I believe they say from light to medium. It claims to be a brightening and a hydrating foundation. It says on the back, next generation skin tint that actually stays put. It is a 12-hour breathable wear, light to build, wow, speaking English, light, medium, buildable coverage, moisture boosting with hyaluronic acid and skin smoothing. I have been wearing this. It is right now about almost 2 o'clock, and I've been at work all day. I did not get to film it because it was quite early when I left and put on my makeup. I did not get the filming, but I will show you the application process. But this is after several hours of wear. So I put it on at around 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30. 8 hours. We're at 8 hours of wear right now, and it really doesn't look bad. I have had a mask on and off. I will get a little bit closer in just a minute. And we're going to kind of do this in a little bit of a disjointed way, and I apologize. But we'll look at it at the end of the day now, and I actually have one more patient that I have to go see. I'll be back later this evening, so we'll kind of do a final wrap up, and then I'll show you the application process. I did use a damp Beautyblender, which is what this recommends to use with this foundation, and kind of give you my overall thoughts. So let's get closer. So I am right up in close view, and I understand that. I do see on this, after 8 hours of wear, we do have some breakdown right here. It is rubbed off my nose, but again, I have been wearing a mask and have had a mask on and off all day and talking through it as well. I do have some wear right here also, but otherwise it looks really, really nice. I do agree it does feel weightless. I think that this is much more of a comfortable foundation or skin tint than the Tower 28. I felt like the Tower 28 was a little bit heavier. This absolutely is not. I do agree with the claim. It is light, medium, buildable coverage. So you can build it up, but understand as you build it, it's going to feel a little bit heavier on. All of my makeup is still in place. I do look a little dewy, although it has been warm today and I've been kind of working with quite a few patients. So I don't know if that has to do with it, but you can definitely see I am definitely very dewy. So we'll see how I look in a couple of hours, kind of give you my overall thoughts, and then we'll do application. Okay. Hey everybody, I'm back. Okay, it's end of the night. It is 7 o'clock and I've had this on for a full 12 hours because I put it on at about 6:30 this morning. You can definitely see that quite a bit is wearing down. I do have to say, for it being a skin tint, it is quite long wear. It doesn't feel super heavy. I am definitely ready to take my makeup off by the end of the night, but it doesn't feel bad. It's not itchy. You can see that it's worn off of my nose. It has worn off on some other places as well. But overall, it really doesn't look bad. I really don't think so. I do think some of my blush kind of wore off, which is surprising because it is NARS. But otherwise, I think it looks good. Okay, so I'll show you a quick application, and then we will get this video uploaded. I do think this is absolutely a great foundation. I think that it is worth it. I do think it provides light to light medium coverage if you build it. I do think that it tends more towards the light side as coverage because it is a skin tint. I do think it's very comfortable to wear. I don't think that it really has settled in the lines really bad. I did not put a primer on underneath this, and I think that it looks really, really nice. So I would say 2 thumbs up for this one. Absolutely. Okay, so let's do application. This is the bottle. It is a dropper bottle. They do say make sure you shake it, and I will have to say this is much more liquidy than the Tower 28 foundation. So again, this is the Bounce Skin Tint. I do think that either I got a bottle that doesn't work well or something, because when I squeeze the dropper, literally every time hardly any comes out. That's all that comes out of the dropper every time. And it's super frustrating. Oh, that time it did more just because I talked about it. At any rate, there it is, super, super runny. I do think that this would actually probably be a really nice foundation to add to one that is a little more full coverage, a little more matte, because it would make it a little less and a little more dewy if you wanted it to wear a little better. I do have just a plain Beauty Blender to apply this with because that's what it suggested. So that's what we're gonna do. Just so you can see, I just bounced it around, and you can see I just picked up a little bit on my hand, and it is already covering very, very well. So I'm just gonna bounce this around. We'll do a very light coverage at first. I do have to say, for my forehead, and I tend to do this with all of my makeup, my forehead does not need as much coverage as the other spots of my face. So I tend to go to the forehead on the last of my first application, if that makes sense, so that there's less on the Beauty Blender or the brush or whatever. So you're just getting a very light coverage there, but you can see it is very, very light coverage with that first cover of the Beauty Blender. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side now real quick. It does blend out really, really quickly and really, really easily. Again, it doesn't cover a whole heck of a lot on that first, if you're just doing a little bit on the first application. But then if you want a little more coverage, you can pick up a little more and just add to the spots that you need it. Like typically right around here, my nose, my chin, my cheek area is where I need a little more coverage. And then this morning, I actually used this as my under eye and my eye primer. So I kind of used the whole thing. It was not lighter than the rest of my face, but I just used it to kind of even everything out. And so there you have it. Let me get just a little bit closer. So a little bit closer, there you have it. It is just a very natural finish. It looks beautiful on. I don't think that it really emphasizes any kind of lines or anything like that. I do think that my pores look just a little bit bigger, so I would probably use a little bit of a primer or something like that to help with the smoothing, but I don't think that it looks really, really bad. It's not too dewy. It's definitely a natural finish. I really do like it. I think it feels great. I think that it looks really nice. It wears great. The longevity of this is beautiful. If you want to put powder products on it, you absolutely need to set it first. So you do need to use a setting powder to set it all over before you apply any other powder products. I did not try any cream products on top of this, but I imagine that it would blend very well because it does. It is really, really nice. It does not set down, so it still is tacky. And even when you set it, it will transfer off. Obviously, when I showed earlier, my nose it had transferred off on my mask, those kind of things. But overall, really great foundation. Thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I loved having you here with me. Please drop me a line. Let me know if you guys have tried this foundation, if you like it, and what you would like to see me try next. Again, loved having you here with me. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.